So good morning, everyone. Before we begin, I want everyone to do me a favor. Just close your WhatsApp, close your emails, close the property finders or the listings that you've put in, your Instagram, just for next 45 minutes, and give yourself permission to be fully present. Because sometimes one idea can completely change your next 6 months or probably the entire year. And one shift can create a completely different result. So if you can turn your cameras on, if something resonates, use the action button. Why the cameras on? Because you can see yourself and you can know that you are present, and that makes a difference. And throughout the sessions, I'll ask questions. So type in the chat, participate. There is a reaction button at the bottom. You can press that if something aha moment you get or something you really resonate, because that means that you are attentive. Because it's not a lecture. This is a working session. Now, let me ask you one question. How many of you feel that the first half of 2026 didn't go exactly how you planned? Maybe the leads weren't there, maybe the buyers disappeared, maybe the deals fell apart. What was it for you? Okay, it didn't go good. All right, Alit. Okay, I hear you. Okay, lost commission deals. Great. So see what's happened is that now here's the interesting thing. Most people look at the situation and they think they are losing. I look at differently. I think you are still dangerous, or you can be dangerous, and let me explain why. One of the favorite ideas is that if you've got nothing going for you, it's another way of saying that you have nothing to lose. Think about it. Like, if you're not currently the number one, if you're not currently closing most deals, then if you're not making the most money, then what exactly are you protecting? Are you protecting your reputation? Like, what reputation if you don't have that? Your pipeline, your status? Like, what is pipeline? What is status if you're not doing the deals? The person with everything to lose becomes cautious. The person with nothing to lose becomes dangerous, because they can take action, they can experiment, they can make the calls, they can try new things, they can hear 50 no's and still keep going because there is nothing to lose. And yet most realtors do exact opposite. They act as if they are protecting something. They hesitate, like they overthink. And I've seen it over the years, people doing it. They wait for certainty. They wait that, I'll feel good when I have a couple of meetings going. They want confidence. They wait for the market to shift, where other people to sell out, and then they get a, epiphany. Oh no, everything is good now. I can start pitching. And while they are waiting, somebody else is taking action. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that confidence comes not before action. Confidence comes after you take the action, after you do your visualization, after you do your, calling. Action creates evidence, evidence creates belief, and belief creates your identity. So, identity is one thing that we are all striving for, because identity is subconscious and that creates results. But most people are trying to feel, or probably want to get evidence first. They want to do the so that they feel good. Top performers simply act first and then confidence follows. I know, because I have lived this. I have been in a market where I didn't have massive database. When I came to Dubai, I didn't know anybody. In fact, I didn't have hundreds of investors. I didn't have a personal brand, referrals. I didn't have momentum. I was alone. And the only resources that I had was time and the money that I had, which I got from India when I came to this country. And for a period of time, I had absolutely no results. Like, I still remember sitting in MR Sales Center in Dubai Creek Harbor and Dubai Hills, watching people walk in, watching other realtors operate, sell, walking in with clients, wondering whether this is going to work for me. And then eventually I got access to a list, not leads, a list. Leads everyone else had given up on. And I had a choice: complain about the market, complain about the quality of leads, or quality of my, or improve the quality of my communication. Because if I complained about my situation, that I'm new, nobody knows me, how would it help? How would it put food in the table? How would it make money for me? So I took the second thing, I took ownership. And that was the turning point. Not because the market changed, it was a very slow market, something similar. Not because the leads changed, because I changed. I was willing to do what other people weren't willing to do. And that comes with clarity. And that clarity I had was few rules, basic rules: become a specialist, do more calls, follow up, get people to the sales center, more conversation, more persistence, more consistency. And eventually the market started responding. In 14 months, I sold over 96 million worth of real estate, made over 2.4 million dirhams in commission, and I transited into setting up my own brokerage, and then eventually I got into full-time coaching. Okay, because that was my passion. But what I've learned over the years, I've taught realtors, and put together the realtors that I've coached have done over 1 billion dirhams in transaction. In fact, more now. It is what I teach, and what I suggest people is that eventually the market will respond, provided you are consistent. Which brings us to today. So before the first half of 2026 is over, and the beautiful thing is half time is over. The scoreboard tells you where you are. It does not decide where you are going. First 6 months gave you data. The next 6 months will be determined by the decisions that you take today. So let's get into the session, today's session. Let's talk about how to build momentum for the second half of 2026. Okay. So are you guys with me on this? How many of you want to change the story for the second half? Okay, all right. I love your thumbs up. I love your reaction. Okay, excellent. So, see, the first half gave you information. The second half is where you get paid. It is like how similar situation happened in COVID, when initially we didn't know what to do, and we were just stuck in, and there was quarantines, and people were not able to travel, and the whole market shifted. We weren't able to go out, but we adapted. Even when the next waves came, we were more prepared. Similar things are going to happen now. Let me ask you, everyone, a question. If the football team is losing 1-0 at halftime, does the coach walk into the dressing room and say, "Hey guys, it's game over, let's go home"? Of course not, because halftime is not the result. Halftime is the feedback, and that's exactly where we are right now. We are sitting at the halftime mark of 2026. Some of you have had a great year so far. Some of you are behind target. Some of you are frustrated. Some of you are wondering what happened. But here's the good news: nothing has happened yet. The first 6 months was simply data. That's all that that's all that you can give it to. The market gave you a feedback. The war told you. It got your vulnerabilities to light. Your buyers gave you a feedback. Your habits gave you a feedback. Now the question becomes, what are you going to do with that information? Because some realtors will spend July complaining about January and February. Other realtors will spend July building December. The market doesn't care about your first half. The market only responds to what you do next. So, one of the biggest mistakes I see realtors make is carrying past months into the next month. They carry missed deals, they carry failed launch, they carry difficult client, how the clients pause the deals or ask for a refund. They carry the disappointment, and then they call it hard, and then they wonder why they feel heavy, because they are trying to run forward while dragging the past behind them. The first half is over, guys. Learn from it, respect it, but don't live in it, because the second half belongs to whoever adapts the fastest. So, from opening the door to inviting them inside, getting attention starts a conversation. Creating trust is actually what makes the deals close. Last week, we spoke about cold calling, we spoke about getting conversations, we spoke about opening doors. But let me ask you something. If someone opens the front door of their house for you, does that mean they are ready to buy? No. It simply means they are willing to listen. That's where most realtors get stuck. They get the lead, they get the phone call, they get the viewing, and then nothing happens. Why? Because opening the door and walking through the door are two different things. Today's buyers don't need another brochure. They don't need another payment plan. They don't need a sales manager or a project recommendation. They need certainty. They need confidence. They need trust. And trust is earned. We are moving from a prospecting to momentum now. And the goal is so simple. The goal is to get that attention into trust. We are moving from opening doors to guiding people through them, because if you can create trust consistently, you'll never worry about the market again. So how many of you actually followed the last week's cold calling and you actually did go ahead and make some calls, which was okay? Thank you, Libet. What if this is cold calling, guys? Okay, thank you, Meher. I did 100%. Okay. I did 100. Okay. That's nice. I can see the difference now, Robert. Okay. I did 100 plus plus. I made the calls, but no answer. No answer is I can't help it, probably the numbering. But if they answer and you're not able to talk, then that's scripting and mindset and intention. Okay. Bilal, my team will just share it. Yeah. And it's all there. So you've got this whole structure in the app where you have a whole cold calling structure. Thank you. I hope I'm getting your name, Salim, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Session was super helpful. Okay. Hang up on me. Cool, man. That's part of the work. They hang up on you, but then we should know how to hook them in. Okay. So that's what we are going to be understanding. So we did the cold calling structure. But if I may ask you, we'll just take a quick live poll here. Awareness is the beginning of change. Okay. Before we go any further, I want you to be honest, not with me, but with your own self, because the quality of your diagnosis is quality of your solution. Imagine somebody goes to a doctor and the doctor says, "What's wrong?" And the patient lies. He says, "No, no, everything is fine. I don't know." And the same thing applies here. The first step towards transformation is awareness. So I'm asking you one simple question. How would you rate your first half of 2026? A, exceptional. B, good. Okay. Many people are challenging. Okay. Thank you guys for being vulnerable. Extremely challenging. Okay, Sayyid, then you are dangerous, man. All those who are into the C and D guys, I'm scared of you. Only if you can understand the mindset where I'm coming from. If you have nothing to lose, you are dangerous. Life changing doors don't open on their own. You want your life to change? Knock the door. Tell me one thing, guys. We've all become realtors here. We all know that we can make a million plus. The market gives us this opportunity. If with the right mindset, with the peak mindset, we go another 160 days, every single day, do you believe in real estate? One day can change your entire year. Yes, Adnan, I understand what you're saying. I can see that smile on your face because it's happened. But yes, it is true, guys. One day can change it. One day. Thank you, Ripin. I hear you. This is the game. So we need to understand today's game plan. Okay. Which is success becomes predictable when the process becomes predictable. So now that we've got honesty on the table, let's talk about what we are going to do. Because today's session is not motivation. It's not, I'm not here to actually, pump you guys and say, come on, man, these quotes, these things. I'm here to help you with the second half of the year, genuinely. And we are going to do this through 6 areas. First, we are going to identify the dangerous mistakes that keep realtors stuck. Second, we are going to perform a mid-year audit. Then because if your pipeline is leaking, then more leads won't fix it. Third, we are going to talk about the difference between a salesperson, and an advisor, or an order taker versus a consultant. Similarly, because buyers trust advisors. And fourth, we're going to be uncovering the follow-up goldmine. And I can tell you right now, some of your future commissions are already sitting inside your old database, which you are not touching. It's like you've got the money in the bank account and you are looking for a loan outside because you don't know how to access to it. Fifth, we are going to build a winning habits for Q3 and Q4, not motivation, actual systems. And finally, we're going to be talking about building a predictable revenue blueprint, because hope is not a strategy and goal is not to have a good month. Goal is to build a business that works repeatedly and it becomes boring. Okay. So quick question. What would make this webinar success for you? More confidence, more appointments, more consistency, more motivation, more knowledge. What is it for you? Closures. All right, Ripin. Straight to the point, more clarity. But what is the one thing before closures? That is what my goal is. Closures, you'll definitely do. Do the basic every day. Okay. Who has started giving into consistency is amazing. This is the boring part. Trust me, guys. If you can start loving the boring stuff, it might not be boring for you, but from the outside, when you look at yourself, it is boring. If you want to make money, you need to do the boring stuff. Doctor sitting on the same chair getting hundreds of clients is a boring stuff. Auditors auditing the statements every single day is a boring stuff. A cricketer playing cricket every single day is a boring stuff. A footballer practicing hours and hours and hours to just do that basic pass so that it can directly be passed in that right, he can do the right assist, is the boring stuff. The money isn't doing the boring things. And yes, that is called consistency. Yes, Rizwan, I hear you. All right. So most of you who are here for consistent direction, I would want to, by the end of it, we will get into that. Okay. So I hope I make this session valuable for people who are looking for consistency, for motivation as well, but for systems as well. Okay. So the market does not reward the strongest; it rewards the fastest who adapts. Let's talk about reality for a second. Okay, not opinions, not social media, just reality. How many of you have heard people say the market is slow? There are no buyers. Everyone is waiting. There is war. Dubai is, going down the. Nobody's going to buy. There's going to be, properties which are going to be 50% off. As every day. What is the most absurd thing you've heard? I stay away from this. Okay, Ripin. Okay, you stay away from them. It's fine. But what is the most absurd things you've had? When I was there, every 15 days, Dubai was like either it was growing up or it was dying. Okay, like Dubai is finished. Yeah, the expo is going to be failure. Yeah, Dubai is dead, Bilal. That's what people would say. And then Dubai is growing. 35% drop in prices. Every day you hear this, Rizwan. Okay. But is it really true? DXB has collapsed. Is it really true? True. Despite the holidays, despite the regional conflict, despite the uncertainty, multiple launches in Dubai and Abu Dhabi have sold out. Thousands of units have been sold. Developers have launched projects and buyers have shown up. Money is still moving. Investors are still investing. Families are still upgrading. You look at the townhouse communities which are getting for handover. People are upgrading. So if over 1,000+ units have been sold recently, the question is not, is there an opportunity? The question is, why am I not participating in that opportunity? And that requires honesty, because blaming the market feels good. It doesn't make you money. The buyer has changed. They are more informed, they are more cautious, they are more analytical. And if buyers have changed, then we must change too as realtors, because the market isn't asking us to work harder, it's asking to become better. And remember, lame people blame people. Lame people blame people. If your bank account is not growing by the day, by the month, by the year, it's your fault. Probably not might be your fault, but still it is your problem. So if it is my problem, I cannot blame the market. I can only blame myself. I need to understand what do I need to do? What can I change so that I can change with the market and I can move forward? Because January is not July. Information without execution changes nothing. This might be the most important slide of probably today's webinar, because January and July are different games. January and July are different games, guys. The first half of the year was data collection, it was uncertainty, it was something which came out of the box after the 28th of February. We didn't know, we were not prepared for it. We thought the market is just going to go like the way it was going. But we can still, if we take it as a data collection, we can understand there was we can understand every conversation, every rejection, every viewing, every lost deal or a missed opportunity was data. Now, most realtors waste that data and top performers use it. They ask what worked, what didn't work, what objections I kept getting, and how was I able to answer that objection and get people to take a decision or bring certainty to in their lives. What pattern did I see or am I seeing now? Because if the first 6 months taught you something, then the next 6 months can pay you for it. So the first 6 months, if it was preparation, then the second half is execution. And execution is where income is made. Not in thinking, not in planning, not in hoping, in execution. Drop the heavy bags, guys. You cannot grab the future holding on to what happened in the past. It's like, if you really, really believe in your past and your past matters, if you have this belief with you, your past matters, then your future is only going to be a reflection of your past, because you're building your future from the past. So drop those bags. I want everybody to think about one deal, the one deal that got away, the one that you should have closed, the one that still annoys you, that I wish, yeah, somehow I would have closed it. Let it go, because carrying emotional baggage is expensive. Some realtors are still emotionally living in February, still upset about the client, still calculating their loss commission. Ah, that guy would have bought now, I would have made 200,000 dirhams. You're still upset about the developer who did not give you more compensation or gave you a easier payment plan. You're still upset about the loss commission, while the market has moved on, and every day you carry yesterday, you lose today. The market doesn't care about your missed targets. Actually doesn't. The market doesn't care about what happened with you. So stop asking, why did this happen? And start asking, what is it teaching me actually? So this is what I would want you to do. Let's do a quick exercise. Take out your notebooks, or if you have a pen, don't type in the chat, write it for yourself. I want you to answer this one question. What am I still carrying from the first half of 26 that is stopping me from fully committing to the second half? What is stopping you guys? And once you're done, you tell me, yes, I'm done. It can be a lost deal, probably a missed target. Probably you put a target that I'll make 1 million dirhams and you didn't. So the question is, what am I still carrying from the first half of 2026 that is stopping me from fully committing to the second half? You can even put a thumbs up once you're done. Okay, I'm done. Great, Sindhuja. Thanks, Adnan. Yeah. All right, Rizwan, I got that. Yes, Meher. Nikhil. Henry. Yes. Nidaf. Wasim. Awesome. Yes, Devesh. So we are 100 plus, so I'm just waiting for everyone to finish. Ripin, yes. Not focus. All right, Rema. You can write it for yourself. What is it that didn't work for you? What are you still carrying from the first half that is stopping you from fully committing? Because what you, if you don't become aware of it, you'll keep reliving it. See, on a quick side note, many realtors don't have actually a lead problem. Many people don't have a lead problem. They have the data, they know they can call, they have got old leads. They don't have a sales problem either. They have a blueprint problem. They have limiting beliefs around money, around rejection, around worthiness, success, and they don't have the clarity. And because of the beliefs, it silently controls your performance. So if you are somebody who wants identity, who want to identify those identity beliefs or hidden beliefs, then you can work with me personally. I am running for a limited period of time, 7 days identity shift program, where my I will personally work with you one is to one. We'll identify your beliefs. We will see what beliefs is actually stopping you. We add some clarity about what is it that you should be doing, because the best investment in life is to invest in yourself. And if your goal is to make million dirhams, 500,000 dirhams, or 300,000 dirhams in the next 6 months, then this is the most important investment you can make in yourself. Because right now, as realtors, you have only two resources: money and time. And your belief and mindset and clarity decide where you use these two resources. So type in the chat 7 days, who wants to work one is to one with me and want to know more about the program. And my team will get in touch with you, Avneet, and you'll get deeper understanding about how this can actually help you. Okay. Need to know. All right. Thank you. Meher, you are already there. Okay. Cool. Okay. So let's continue. Okay. So understand this. It's not the market, it is the system. Hope is not a strategy, systems are. So this slide makes some people, can make some people uncomfortable, and that's okay, because growth usually starts with discomfort. After working with thousands of people, one pattern keeps showing up. Most people think they have a lead problem. Oh, if I get a hot lead, I don't get the right buyers, I don't get the right people. Most people think they have a market problem. No, they don't. Most people think they have a system problem. That is the key. Think about it. If I give you 500 leads tomorrow, would your current system convert them? Would they be tracked? Would they be followed up? Would they receive value? Would they move through a process, or would they just disappear? Because leads don't create businesses. Systems create business, and systems create predictable income. The market may influence you, but your system determines your outcome. If you had, honest question, okay, Kavita, I'll come back to that. If you have 100 leads today for the launches which happened, and you had a system to track those leads which you were tracking from probably last 1 year, would you have converted in these launches which happened, the last 5 launches which were sold out? Yes, no. Thank you, Lebin. Then the biggest problem is system, because December will come, launches will come, they keep coming. If you have lack of system, then you will not know whom to keep track of, because it is not first day you're going to close people. It is not going to happen. Income is a result of three things working together. And I want to simplify this for you guys. A successful realtor business stands on three legs: leads, sales skills, mindset. And you remove any of them and the whole table falls. It's like a tripod of a table. If you have a lot of leads, no sales skills, no income, then you'll not be able to have predictable income. You have great sales skills, no leads, no income, again same problem. Weak mindset, all the hot leads, again, because eventually rejection will win, fear will win, doubt will win. Mindset determines whether you stay in the game long enough. Sales skills determine whether buyers buys the trust you are selling, or the properties that you're selling, or the certainty that you're selling. Leads determine how many opportunities you get. And when those three combine, you can create predictability. So, quick question: which one needs most work right now? A, leads, B, sales skills, or C, mindset? Mindset. Okay, Sanjeev. For different people, it will be different things. Okay, but yes, for a strong business, mindset, if you have the mindset. So, I really believe that people who don't even have skill set but they have mindset, they can acquire the skill set and still do better than people who have all the skill set but have no mindset, will not do so well. So this is the whole structure. Okay, yes, again, you require all at the same time, but you need to prioritize where we are lacking. Okay, thank you, Alina, I hear you. Okay, so this is what we are, this is what the whole goal is about understanding, where you stop guessing and you start tracking things. And mid-year, this is the mid-year audit, where you stop guessing, you start tracking, eventually actually what gets measured gets improved. Imagine trying to lose weight without stepping on a scale. Imagine running a business without looking at your bank account, or imagine driving without looking at your fuel gauge. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yes, that's exactly how many realtors operate. They don't know how many calls they made, how many meetings they have booked, how are they doing in June versus May versus April, how many offers were sent, how many conversations actually occurred, where they can see, okay, last year in 2025 June, what did I do? How was the summers? How many conversations occurred then? And they wonder why growth feels random. Success leaves clues, guys, but only if you're measuring them. Tracking creates awareness, and improvement creates momentum. So you need to understand where your bucket is leaking most today. And that is where you will get the most awareness, because you don't need a bigger bucket. You need fewer holes. Okay. So you don't need a bigger bucket. Like, I want to save everything. You don't need the holes. So most realtors think I need more leads. Maybe not. What is the real problem? Probably might not be the top funnel. The problem might not be the things that you're thinking, because you can get the leads, you can get the viewing, the follow up, but there is something which is missing. What is it for you guys? Because if you are not going to put in here, if you don't understand this, you don't know what to fix. For some it can be getting leads. What is it for you? D, thank you, Lalit. Getting the closings, of course, but are these three things in place? Is the system is in place? If the system is lacking, then what will happen? You are getting the lead, you're not getting the viewing. Skill set, probably the lead generation. Probably you're getting both of these things, and then the client is not, he's just saying hello and then closing the door on your face. He's not letting you in. So the follow up, okay, Ripin, after C, things went wrong. Okay. Uh, okay, then they're ghosting. Okay. You can upskill yourself, Aisha. You need to learn how to upskill yourself. These all things you have to keep upskilling. This, so for realtors, selling property is hard. There are 35 hard words for a realtor. I wish I could say that it is not just one word. It is 35 different words. Going on viewing in summer heat is hard. Calling a client is hard. Making them view Burj Khalifa, which you have viewed 1,000 times, is hard. Picking up, doing a follow up is hard. Him not picking up your phones, managing your emotions is hard. For a realtor, there are 35 hard words. But guys, you guys can make more money than surgeons and doctors and presidents of countries. But you need to know where is your bucket leaking the most. Because every leak has a fix. And this is the most important thing. The good news is this: whatever answer you chose, There is a solution. Lead has a solution. Viewing has a solution. You can viewing problem is increase emotional connection. So probably Meher, you are having a viewing concern. What can I more emotionally hook these guys to? Follow up is a problem, so create more value at every touch point. If closing is a problem, reduce uncertainty. Most realtors are trying to fix everything together. Top performers fix one thing at a time because focus creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence, and confidence creates action. Because if you leave today's webinar with one improvement and you implement it, the second half of 2026 can look completely different from the first. So just so that I know, it's a midway, what has been your biggest insight so far? Type one word in the chat. For example, systems tracking, follow up, mindset, consistency, focus. What is it for you? Okay. D. No, this is nothing to do with the question that I'm asking. Focus. Okay. Thank you guys. I'll repeat my question. What has been the biggest insight so far? Type in one word in the chat. Systems tracking, mindset, or something else that comes into your mind. Amazing. Just look at the chat. Different people have different breakthroughs. That's why awareness comes before transformation. Confidence, yes. Consistency. So focus, do the boring. Yes, Gaurav. I love, it's boring for others. Actually, it's not boring for you, but you need to know that it's fine. I am okay to do the same things. Okay. How many of you are distracted? You'll say, okay, I'm distracted. I'm not as focused. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Why? Write this down. Why am I not focused? What am I missing? How much is this not focus costing me? How much am I paying for distraction? How much are you paying for distraction? Is it the is distraction the costing you the house of your choice, the car of your dreams? I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. Bharti, then you should get in touch with my team, get your revenue blueprint ready, because that helps you in terms of getting the clarity. Because if you don't know what you are doing, then you don't know that you don't know. And that's the biggest problem. If you know what you are doing wrong, then you can change and improve it. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Sayed, I want to focus on off plan, but my manager was pushing me to do the work for secondary. Finally, I left the company. Okay, Sayed, the game is not about leaving the company, Sayed. The game is about getting focused about what you want to do. Okay, because selling real estate is a marathon. People only cheer for you when you take decision, when you reach a milestone, or when you start. Nobody cares in the middle. Nobody cares in the middle, and that is the part where majority of us, we just get out. Okay, so let's go ahead with the webinar. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have noted that down. Okay, let's understand why buyers go quiet. First of all, people don't need more information, they need more certainty, especially in this market. Because how many of you have had a buyer who seemed interested, like they viewed the properties with you, they asked questions, discussed payment plan, and then they disappeared? No reply, no call, no response, ghosted. Okay, you've had Devin. Okay, I think most of us have had it. Okay, then the next question comes: what went wrong? The buyer wasn't ignoring you, the buyer was overwhelmed probably. Think about a modern buyer. They came from probably Property Finder or Buyouth, Instagram, YouTube. Probably you got a reference from somebody, or they saw one of your posts, or you cold call them, and they disappeared. Everyone has an opinion, everyone has advice, everyone has a recommendation. So buyer has taken whose recommendation? Buyer was actually overloaded. They are overloaded with people telling them multiple things. Your job is not to add more information. Your job is to reduce the uncertainty this market offers. Because people buy when they feel safe, not when they know everything. You don't need to tell them everything. Sometimes we over explain, we oversell. Again, coming to the same things what we have discussed before. Let me know, some of you who have started doing this. If look at a salesman, if a buyer asks how much is that 3 bedroom apartment for, and the realtor will be like, oh, this is the best apartment in this thing, and this 3 bedroom is like this, it is 1800 square feet, it is this price, that price, it comes with this styling, it is the best developer, blah 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 blah. Alas, you just vomited everything on the prospect, not even a buyer, prospect. 90% 90% of the salespeople do this. How will you get a sale? How are you different? The first way to do is pause. So how much is this apartment? It's a punch coming at you. What do? You take a stand. I don't know. Like, do you want to buy ready or you're looking for off plan? Just so I understand you better. And now you are asking a question. He says, no, I'm probably looking for, no, but how much is this one for? Like you want to buy or you just want to inquire? No, I want to buy for myself, but I want to know. Okay, so that's why I'm asking, because everyone 3 bedroom has different, like exactly this apartment, or what are you doing? You're qualifying. You're giving certainty. You are not giving everything that you know. This is how you sell feelings. People make most money when you can sell a feeling. That is the game. Feeling. How many of you have started asking questions to your clients now? Web of great. Because that is what is going to change everything. If you don't ask questions, you are like everybody else. And that is not going to change your commission. But asking questions will get the certainty. And you need to become the doctor. You don't need to be the order taker. You first understand how you are going to win the trust. The highest paid people usually are the ones asking questions. Most realtors sound like, please don't take me otherwise, but they sound like waiters. They don't even have the courage to ask right questions. They ask questions, what do you like? What is your budget? Okay, fine. Okay. They're taking orders. They're not advising. A doctor doesn't start with the medicine. The doctor starts with the diagnosis first. Questions, symptoms, understanding why, what is the pain, and only then they suggest. If they are having a call, how did you come to know about it? Are you working with somebody else? Like, come on, guys. We are going to put our only two resources with the client. What are the two resources? Money and time. And you want to give it all away without asking them a series of diagnosis questions which qualifies them. It is better they ghost you, Bharti, now versus they ghost you after one month of going around entire Dubai like a tour agent. Because if they ghost me now, I'll find the right buyer. Because we've already identified what are the 4 kinds of buyers we have to say no to. Gautam, are you there today? So this is what is going to change. Yes, Avit, I'm going to take your questions in the end. Okay, we're going to have a question and answer session. Okay. But you need to become more trusted. How do you become trusted advisor? When you start asking tough questions. And how do you make tough questions sound very comfortable? Through your tonality, the way you ask them. You can ask them in a very, very simple way, or you can ask them using softeners, using tonality, which makes them stupid, makes them feel stupid not to answer them to you. If I may ask you, like, what's your budget? Like, or other ways, what's your budget? How much do you want it for? How will you buy? If I may ask you, what's your budget? Like, when do you plan to buy this? If I'm just curious. Okay. Are you the only one who's going to take the decision, or is there someone else also going to take that decision along with you? Like, just so that I understand you better. What is going to happen? It's better they ghost you here rather than they move forward and you have a qualified buyer. Okay. So this is what I have figured out, the view method. People don't buy property, they buy a future. Let me give you a framework. This is how elite agent should think. V is validate. Understand the buyer, listen deeply, ask questions, And when you ask questions, listen deeply and use those invisible influence techniques which you have learned in the program. It's a free program. Those who have not done it, you can download the Realtor One app. This program is free there. Okay. Second part is immerse. I is immerse. Help them experience the future. Don't sell the apartment. Let them picture, use words, softeners, sell the life. Like how, everyone has come to Dubai, taken a flight. In a flight, you spend 20,000 dirham, 10,000 dirham, 5,000 dirham for the seat or for the destination. Are you selling the seat? Are you buying the seat or you're buying the destination? Thank you, Ripid. Why? You are not even allowed to sit 10 minutes after the plane lands because you have no authority on the seat, only on the destination. You are only buying the destination. Can you sell the destination? Are you selling bricks and walls or are you selling the vision of Dubai? I don't know what you're selling. Sell them the life, sell them the lifestyle. So elevate and then elevate with follow up where you add value, not just checking in value like insights, what's happening, clarity, guidance, consulting. Why should you get into Abu Dhabi? What is Disneyland all about? What would it mean for Disneyland to open? It means another 15 million people are going to come in. And why am I saying this? Because you look at it in other destinations, how much Disneyland alone is getting tourists in a city. What happens to people who stay around that city? Why do you need a 3 or 4 day visit around Disneyland when the project is so big? This is all guidance, guys. And then W is win. Ask what they need to feel comfortable moving forward. The best closures actually don't even ask for a sale. You know what they say? So, how would you like to move forward? What is it that you would like to do? Thank you, Sayed. How many of you are getting some aha moments in here? Can I get some love from you guys? Reaction? Yes, no, maybe. Something better I can explain. Okay, cool. Thanks, Adnan. All right, I know you guys are here. Thanks, Nikhil. Okay, so this is what the structure has to become. And as realtors, as being independent moment, we want to enjoy the freedom. So we want to have fun doing this. And how do you have fun doing this? Not by anxiety, not by getting anxious, by having that knowledge that yes, I know what I'm doing. So don't lose, you know, you don't lose deals when you don't reach out to people. Your money is with the strangers. Who's got my money? And that you can do by understanding that your fortune is in the follow-ups. How many of you are sitting in your CRM right now with 50, 100, or probably 500 people or data, and you've probably not done a follow-up in last 45 days or 30 days or 2 months? All right, Ingrid, thank you for being vulnerable and thank you for your honesty. Guilty. All right, Adnan, come on, guys. This is, you are already sitting on a gold mine. Let me ask a better question. How many of you have you spoken in last 30 days? Probably some of you have missed it. The gold mine isn't outside your business. The gold mine is in it. The gold mine is right next door. The buyer who wasn't ready in March may be ready today. The buyer who said, call me later, may have the money now. The buyer who said, no, I'm not selling now, probably might have changed his mind because the market is shifting. Probably the handover is coming. May have got his loan rejected. You don't know. But most realtors don't lose deals. Most realtors stop saying hello, hi, or they say hello, depending on who they are speaking to. Okay, so this is the game. So let's do a quick challenge. I want everybody to do something this week. Message 20 odd leads, not 100, not 500. If you can do more, great, but at least 20. Don't sell. Just reconnect, be human, be curious, be helpful. Something as simple as this, or you can come up with anything that resonates with you. You can say, hello, Mr. Prospect. I hope you're well. Just curious, are you still in the market? Or Were you able to decide something that we discussed about XYZ, or something new? Because I have some new opportunities which has come in the market. Like, Dubai has again started a trade. Make it valuable. Let me know if you would want. Just send me a yes, and I'll send you some details. That's it. No pressure. How many of you agree we'll do this 2050 to the old clients? Come on, guys. Ready buyer. We don't know what you are selling, Bharti. You need to first focus on what you are selling. Okay, I will do it. Lalit, great. Lalit, you have it, you know it, where you are staying, you can just go around and you can go all in. Okay, pile, great. Okay, Suman, I hear you. I'm in. All right, Sayed. Let's go all in, yeah, guys. We should make money. Everyone is making money in Dubai. We signed up for, yes, Gautam. Gautam, I'll take you on board later on. Okay, I hope you are available and not in middle of closure. So yeah. All right, Ellen, great. I'm in. Yes. Okay. So this is what the reconnection challenge is all about. And there are two more things I want to say. So which before this, let's do a quick engagement. Which sounds most like your business today? You need more leads, more appointments, better follow up. I need more consistency. What's it for you? Okay. Let's diagnose, because every business has a problem and some people needs different things. Most realtors prescribe solutions before diagnosing the problem. You need to become aware what you want. I hear you. I see your comments. So let's understand what we can actually do in this. Okay. Um, they all point to one word, and that is generally the system. Okay. A, leads. B, appointments. C, follow up. It's a memory gap. People pay too much. They overestimate their memory. Okay. And they feel that they will remember. They don't. They forget. Okay. So you need to build a system, and if you don't have a system, you will fail. And I've been telling you guys again and again, you need to get a system, because eventually your business is a mirror. Your income reflects the identity you carry every single day. And most realtors don't want to hear your, and I don't know how many of you have watched that my video where I said the image, if you want to change the mirror, don't, you cannot break the mirror, you need to change internally. If you're desperate, the buyer will feel desperate. If you're uncertain, the buyer will feel it. You need to change it internally. You need to be confident. You need to be certain. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be a specialist. You need to be a consultant. If your image changes internally, reflection will change. If you feel, how does it feel like to be the person who closes deals every now and then, it will change. So, one more question, if you would like, you can take this note down again. If my business, and you can write this down in your notebook, if my business perfectly reflected my beliefs and habits today, what result would it produce over the next 6 months? If my business perfectly reflected my beliefs and habits, what results would it contribute? Because you know this is the loophole, being persistent. You know yourself the best. And if you don't know yourself the best and you're lost in that, you know, machine where every day you're doing something because the market is taking you somewhere, you're not going to get your goals. You're going to get somebody else's goals. Because busy is not okay. Your guys are done, then move forward. This is for your own this thing. Even if you're able to change one belief and identify one belief, you can have a totally different result. It's like your brain is a hardware, your mind is a software. How many of you believe in that or agree to that? Okay. Mind is a software, brain is a hardware. Okay. Your brain is where you are physically, mind can be anywhere, and mind is controlled by your beliefs. Do you think like a rich person? Do you behave like a rich person? Are you rich? Your bank account doesn't tell you this, your mind does. If your mind tells you this and you move with that confidence, that certainty, you have different result. It is the perspective. So that has to change if it is not in that zone. So you need to identify the beliefs. I feel scared. I have anxiety before I meet the client. Write it down. Change it. If you're not going to change it, who else will? If it is affecting you, Whose empty pockets don't work, Kavita? Empty minds don't work. They make the big bang balance go nil. If your mind is full of good ideas, we think from ideas. If your mind is full of good ideas, good beliefs, courage, you don't need a godfather. You can still make it as long as you're willing to focus on your goals and dreams. So, lame people blame people. Don't do this. Not having a money is not a problem. Having the wrong mindset is the biggest problem. Please don't take me otherwise. I'm just suggesting you something that can change your whole story, because your business is actually your mirror. So being busy is not same as being productive. Okay, I'm almost at the end of it, guys. I need your attention. Activity feels good, productivity pays. Most realtors are busy, very few are actually productive. Busy is scrolling, researching, organizing, watching, waiting. Productive is prospecting, meeting, calling, negotiating, following up, closing, viewing. Everything is hard, but one produces dopamine, other produces income. You know what is the biggest busyness today for most realtors? Flicking Instagram reels. Understanding that, oh, what am I missing in the market? Rather than what can I do, pick up that 30 calls, call them right now versus watch Instagram for 30 minutes. And then if you feel rejection and your bank account is empty, man, you're dangerous. Only if you have the mindset. What is there for you to lose when you have nothing to lose? You can do anything. Why are you embarrassed? What is that false ego for? What is it for? That false shame for? You have to put money on the table. You have made a commitment to yourself, to your family, to your future generations to come. You want to build a legacy. You want to make money. You have decided to live in your dreams or build your dreams, work on your dreams. Why won't you flick Instagram reels? So far, what's been your biggest breakthrough so far? Type one word: mindset, focus, whatever it is comes to your mind. Just so that I know, because we're at the fag end of the everything, Libin. Thank you so much. Positive mindset, Lalit. Focus. Mindset always. Yes, Sadhan. That's why you're winning, because your mindset is prime. And we're going to talk about where you are right now. So just hold on. Okay. Have to be focused. Certainty and mindset. Excellent. Rizwan. This is what it is. So small actions compound. It's not a matter of more leads, more meetings. All of them compound and they build your confidence. Nobody closes 20 deals overnight, but anyone can make 20 calls today. Repeatedly, daily, small actions roll into unstoppable momentum. But it's not that I'll do today and tomorrow I won't do. We need to do it, man. Fuck the mood, follow the plan. That's what I would say. Your mood will not get you the money, your process will. So, what things can do for you in 90 days? It can change everything for you. The goal isn't to change your life today. The goal is to win today. And how do you win today? Do the thing that you've committed to do. Simple, not easy. Simple, not easy. But then who said being a millionaire realtor is easy? Okay. So, your Monday morning playbook, just giving you a playbook for Monday. Execution beats intention. If this webinar ended right now, what would you do tomorrow morning? Reconnect 20 leads, run your daily five, fix your biggest leak, okay, and track your numbers. That's enough. Don't try to improve everything. Improve one thing, because one improvement repeated for 90 days can completely change your next 6 months, your 6 months of 2026. And that's how momentum is built. You don't have to, you'll still not be happy probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But if you do that you have to do and you commit to it, then you can absolutely achieve whatever you want. And to assist you is this: we have built a Realtor One app where you can download it, you can track your CRM, you have revenue actions and mindset actions. You will know exactly what to do in terms of your follow-ups, because your story isn't finished yet. Your story is still 6 months ahead. So what is the one thing you'll implement tomorrow or Monday morning? Build systems, absolutely. Follow-ups, 20 reconnects. Adnan, awesome. Leads. Follow. All right. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? Some will pick up the phone. Some will not pick up the phone. So what? Who's next? Some will buy. Some will not buy. So what? Who's next? Who's next? There is always a next guy coming in the buy. Start calling leads and start reconnecting. Great. So this is what we have built up. The story is here. I'm just giving you a solution. Many of you know exactly what to do. The challenge isn't information, it's implementation. So understand the challenge of consistency. That's why I've created the revenue blueprint. It's not another course. It's not another collection of videos. It's a business building system. Together, you and me work 1:1 in terms of understanding what is it that should be doing, and we get you clarity. And then it is followed up by 90 days program where you have sales follow-up systems, pipeline management, you have the all the courses of cold calling, daily execution, what needs to be done so that you win big. Okay, so this is all part. If you are interested in this, you can just type 7 days. My team will send you the uh, details. And we have uh, one more thing, that is the Realtor One app. Those of you who have downloaded it, start upgrading yourself and invest 240 dirhams in this app for yourself, where you get premium courses, you get a system, you learn exact scripts which you should open, how do you track leads, conversation, appointments. You have daily priming, because you need to do two action. One action is to do revenue actions, which is follow-ups, cold calling, meeting people, and the other is identity actions. So identity actions are priming your subconscious mind, understanding how beliefs are working. Okay, psychology, what psychology you are operating from. So think about it. One deal can pay you probably 100 times over. This is my suggestion for you guys. If you want details on this store, you can just type in, Realtor One. My team will share you the details. Okay, so this is what I had to share. And I'll just want to just call out Adnan here. Adnan is right now in a very nice apartment in Opera. He's into a three-bedroom apartment, 8.5 million dirham. How does it look like to have a view of a 8 million apartment? Okay, and why are people not buying? Why are people still buying a 8 million dirham apartment versus a 2 million dirham townhouse? Okay, or 3 million dirham townhouse in a new launch. So I'd hand you over to Adnan. Adnan, just a 2 minute pitch around the apartment, what you're selling, what does it get, a view it has, and and who should buy it. And any of the realtors who are looking to get into downtown or want to work in premium properties, you can reach out to Adnan. Yes, Adnan, over to you.
Thank you, Anant. So, this is the apartment just in the living room. I'll give
Mhm.
you guys a short tour.
Okay.
It comes fully furnished, and of course, with the address branding, there's the concierge. You have a fully fitted kitchen with premium appliances. And of course, we move on to what everybody loves the most,
Hmm.
the full fountain and Burj.
Okay, guys, Adnan, just hold on here for a second. Just
I'll go to
what?
the balcony. I'll go to the
Okay,
balcony.
yeah. Can see Meher also. Yes, Meher is also there, Gautam. Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, if you are selling this apartment, what would be your one liner to your client, just so that I understand you guys better?
It would be the feeling of
Feeling.
watching the
Okay.
New Year's fireworks at the Burj
Firework.
Khalifa, unobstructed views,
Wow, what a
which
view.
people pay thousands of dirhams for per night.
And right next to us is Il Primo, where, of
Absolutely.
course, it's the half and full floor penthouses starting at 30 mil.
Hmm. Feeling. I love Rizwan what you shared. Awesome. This is amazing, yeah. This is great. What is the OP of this property, Adnan?
Around, I think, 5.
Okay.
Wow.
And before the conflict, what was the price it was moving at, if I may ask?
Around 9.5 for this series.
For this
9,
series.
9.5. Yeah.
So what do we have an option here? We have an option of only buying or renting it as well.
So actually, it's more skewed towards the sale.
Okay.
That's what we would prefer to do.
Awesome, man. So guys, any of you who want to get into prime real estate, luxury real estate, want to work with and sell properties like this, or you have a buyer, reach out to Adnan. My team will drop in the number, and you can take it from there.
Let's not miss out on the spa like bath.
Oh yeah, let's have a look up there. Feeling again. Okay.
I'll buy that.
Is his and her?
Look at that, man.
That's the.
Yes, Avneet. You can get his number from his profile from Instagram, or Prashant, you can just add the Instagram details for Adnan. His number is right there, so you can get there.
Yep. And of course, all the rooms have the same view, all the bedrooms as well.
Excellent. So you can also Airbnb it. Someone can take it for an investment property as well.
Yes, of course. Yes.
All right. Oh, Gautam, I love this one. I would tell a millionaire you can't afford it. Prove it. Yes, this is great, man.
That's how they make you feel in all these shops. When you go to Chanel, when you go to Dior, they give you that rude treatment like you're nothing, and then they say you think I can't
Gucci
afford
leads
it?
the pack.
Gucci,
Gucci
yeah.
leads
So at
the
the end,
leads the
so at
pack.
the end of the day, I mean, show them and say, and then towards the end say, "Oh, sorry, you can't afford it. I got you here by mistake."
Awesome, man.
And then see the expression on the face. But of course, know that they do have the bank balance. Not like they don't, and then you just waste time.
Great. All right. Thank you, Gautam. Thank you, Adnan. All right.
Thank
all right, guys.
you.
I'm open for any questions. If any one or two questions come up, I'm happy to answer that for you before we sign out. It's been a little long today.
Yeah, hi,
One more.
Mr. Anand. This is Shang.
Yeah,
After a
hi.
long time, nice to. Yeah, it's a good meeting. I love it, and I really want to ask you one question because it's been from since May. I have a one client, and he's interested to buy a villa. Since May, he was contacting me, and like he has been saying that he's waiting for funds and plan to buy through a mortgage. And he
Okay.
still regularly tells me he's interested, but there has no been progress. Do you think that he's a serious buyer or just wasting my time?
Okay. Has he been on viewings with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
like every week he sending me, I'm still interested. I'm still interested, but I'm waiting a fund like this. So I'm
Okay.
so confused that.
Okay. So let me ask Gautam to answer this question for you. So Gautam is a specialist for Jebel Ali Village. He's recently done 15-20 million worth of transactions, doing back and forth in this wartime market. So Gautam, how would you answer this question?
Well, I mean, definitely I would keep them engaged. I'd be like, okay, fine. But I would just tell them that when your funds come, it's better to see it then because, right now it doesn't make sense. I show you something and then it goes off the market. I mean, don't discount them completely because if they're holding that thing that they're coming back, of course. But at the same time, don't put in too much of time and effort. I mean, at the end of the day, show yourself you are busy and you won't be able to make it on certain days. Because the more available you show yourself means that's the only client you have. Just say I'm unfortunately not available this weekend, but after 2 weeks you give your time slots. Make yourself
Mhm.
scarce. Don't show yourself I'm available anytime and every time, even though if you're doing nothing. Because at the end of the day, the person who shows that they're always available means they don't have anything better to do. This is my opinion. And
Mhm.
I
at the
think
same
one just to add to it, probably Gautam, we can also tell this client just to help in terms of you can find a mortgage buyer. Like, is there a mortgage consultant you're working with? because you're looking for one. So if you have a mortgage consultant, then you exactly know their financials, whether they will get the loan or not. So you will not waste the time.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Your own personal mortgage
Wow.
consultant. So they will, because they have to throw numbers. The mortgage consultant is like the priest before getting somebody married. So they will have to give them the numbers. If the numbers add up, the consultant will tell you, yes, this client is a good go ahead. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And if they don't give their
Mm-hmm.
numbers to the consultant, then you understand that, because you can't sell a secret and you can't sell to somebody who's secreted. It's very, very difficult. You need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
And one thing is like, yeah, of course, I was thinking from before, like maybe he's just wasting my time. So I didn't like, okay, sometimes I said hi, hello, maybe once in a week because it's been since long time he's telling me I'm still interested, I'm still interested. So now also he's just yesterday he's sending me still interested about what we are talking, but I'm waiting my money. So it was like almost 1 month, 1 month and a half. I can't hear your voice, sorry.
Gautam, you want to
No,
take
no,
this?
Oh, sorry. You have your own mortgage consultant. Speak to
mhm,
him. Somebody who has to get in the numbers and understand from where the funds are coming from, what is happening. I mean, even though they're
mhm.
dealing with somebody else, but you need your own mortgage consultant who can cross check whether the funds are there and how much. And then okay, fine, you hold it on. Don't.
Sorry. Just so that I understand you, Gautam, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but just so that I understand the question once again, please. The question what you're asking is that this person came back to you 1 week before,
Yeah.
okay, and he again get in touch with you, and what did he exactly ask you?
He wants to buy a villa, Abu Dhabi or in Dubai, 4 bedroom or 5 bedroom. He's the end user.
He's a different client.
No, 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 same client.
He's not sure what he's buying. He's not. You have
Mm-hmm.
not qualified the client first of all. It's far away
Mm-hmm.
from the mortgage actually.
Okay.
Can
And
I
he
add
always
something?
like, I'm still interested, and I'm still waiting my funds. Once I got my funds, I will. Okay. So I was like, okay, because since 1.5 month I was connect with
You
him.
did not. You did not ask him
So
when are you expecting your funds.
he didn't know.
He didn't
I asked
know.
him. Yeah,
Goes-
he said, I'm waiting. I don't know when it will be.
Okay, waste of time. So there are three things. Just understand, like probably want to just skim the market, do some window shopping. Not sure. Your time and resource is the only two things you have. Buyers are liars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's lying. Okay, so you need to understand how do you qualify them exactly. You have to run a very strong qualification matrix. Have you decided on a property? What area? What price? How much money? If you're getting some money outside the country, what is this money? Is this inheritance money, business money, family money, wife's money? What money, man? I don't know. Divorce settlement? What it is it? You need to build that rapport, build that story. You need to find the pain. Why do you want to buy a villa? Why not an apartment? They are cheaper. Ask them, quiz them, get qualify them. But they are doing well. We had a sold out. Didn't you know? Why not a commercial? When you do this, you are actually qualifying, you're filtering. He says, no, no, no. Then you get into those details. Okay, so if you really want me to help you, I can help you like this. If you're not serious, I understand. It's fine. You can look out. And like how Gautam mentioned, when you're more ready, we can look into it at that time. I'm not free this week. I can come with you later. Does it make sense?
Yes, it's amazing.
All right.
I got it.
Don't
Yeah.
waste time. Yeah, your time is most important. Please don't waste time. Just because you don't have anybody, it's better. So look at the billionaires. What the billionaires do. Some of the billionaires I was listening to, I shared with Gotham as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they are working. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they are free. Why? For opportunities. Okay. You are realtor. Even if you don't have work, stay free for opportunities or to
True.
invest in yourself. Learn better. All right. Thanks for asking this question.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Anand.
you, Gautam. Thank you, Gautam. Yes, Avneet, Avid, I'll just quickly take your question. Then Gunjan, I'm going to take.
Yes, Avneet. You
Yes,
said
Avneet, I'm
Avneet.
sorry.
Yes, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, because you know on your this thing it says Avid, that's why it's not written Avneet. That's why
Okay,
I'm sure.
Avneet. It's Avneet.
Yeah.
So, Anant,
Yes,
how are
Avneet.
you?
Very well. Thank you for asking.
Anant, you are saying that we don't have to be a waiter, we have to be a doctor, right?
Correct.
I was just having a conversation with one of my client yesterday on the phone
Mm-hmm.
call. So, like, I was scrolling few of the reels. of coaching realtor from Australia and many other things, I got one point. Instead of buying our own house, we have to create a wealth by 4 houses, which should be our investment, then buy our own house, like that. So that instilled in my mind.
Okay.
So should I say that instead of giving you a painkiller for for this issue, why not I just take out the pain and do the operation and give you the better results? Like, you're getting my point. What I'm trying to say.
Okay. Okay. Move forward.
So
I'll.
if customer is buying for end use, instead of that, I should say go be an investor, invest in first two to three properties, then buy your own house.
Okay.
That will be a good wealth creation. Like that. Should I suggest or should I go what his plan is?
Okay. So is that your question, Avneet?
Yes.
Okay, so just before I understand you better, what you are saying is that uh, you want to position the end user client and suggest him that rather than buying a end house himself, he should buy as an investment and buy multiple properties. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Then buy his own house later
Then
after
buys.
one or two properties.
Okay. So first of all, Avneet, I want to just caution you here. My goal is not to consult the buyer till the time I don't know what am I exactly doing in this business. Who am I? Am I a specialist? Am I selling off plan? Am I selling end product? What is my goal? Why am I in the business? Why am I in Dubai? Okay. Once you answer these questions, you will be very clear where you are exactly standing. You have clarity. Now, if I am selling off plan and I am selling EMAR, for example, which I sold earlier, or you are selling something else. Okay. Now I don't need to do all of this. I need to make a million dirham. I need to sell 10 units. Khalas. My only focus is to sell 10 units to make 100,000 on each. Why do I need to get into this game, then keep taking him for coffees, keep wasting my time, keep answering? Why do I need to do this? Second rule, a buyer is a buyer, 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 is a buyer. Tattoo this. A guy who buys Ferrari, Ferrari, Ferrari. If you're using iPhone, probability 90% you'll buy iPhone only. If you're using Android, you'll buy Android. A buyer is a buyer. The guy who buys off plan will buy next off plan property. But the end user will not buy one more property. End user will not buy another end using property. They will generally buy into offline because they understand the opportunity and they don't have to come with so much upfront unless until they are into that business altogether. Identify your specialization, go all in. You just need to make a million if you have to start off with. Does it make sense for you? So don't waste your time doing all of this, man. Cool. Okay, thank you. Yes, Gunjan.
Hi, Anand. How are you?
Very well, thank you for
Yeah,
asking.
okay. I just wanted to add to Shang's question. I had a similar experience. I would have a buyer say, "I'm coming from Abu Dhabi," and giving me all this spiel. And I entertained him for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I realized that there's something seems dodgy. So first thing I did is ask him for his documents. I just mentioned that I would like to update your details on our CRM and make sure that you get the right units from our inventory. And he never sent me the documents, and that was the end of my time wasting with him. So what I do now is ask people for their documents upfront, like something like as something small as Emirates ID, so that I can update our CRM. That's what I use the pretext for. If they are willing to share their Emirates ID, it shows me that they are serious. If not, I just then try to find ways and qualify or disqualify them. So this is something I wanted to share with Shang.
Okay, so Gunjan, I would have a level of caution here
Yeah.
because people are still circumspect in terms of sharing their Emirates ID and documents,
Okay.
unless until they know who you are and why you should be.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just bring in Adnan. Are you there?
Hi.
Adnan is, yeah. Adnan, how would you like to take this question? How people react when you ask for a Emirates ID?
So actually, because data protection laws are not well defined and specified, yes, definitely there is some hesitation around the sharing of IDs, especially until you have established some authority.
So how would you
Or
qualify the buyer? Let's go one step deeper for Gunjan. How would you qualify the buyer and say, okay, is this the guy? Gunjan is taking Emirates IDs and structuring it for herself. How would you want to do this?
actually, I'm doing a lot of background research on buyers from any
No.
way.
The question is not this that you're doing.
Yeah.
The buyer is genuine.
Yeah.
Gunjan, I'm taking your question deeper. Okay, the buyer is
Okay.
genuine. but why should he buy with me? Like I need something to know that I'm holding the buyer.
Yes, that way. So no, I think that is purely authority based, and in fact, it really helped me where I have certain reels on Instagram of particular properties which they are seeking out, and when I share those with them, it instantly creates a bit of a higher relationship value with that buyer, because then I'm not just sharing one property walkthrough video, I'm sharing which something I have confidently published on a public platform.
Okay, all right. Gunjan, does it address your question, or probably what you are doing? Why am I telling you this? Is if you are going to ask from the Emirates ID, or he's a genuine high-end profile prospect, they would not share those details. I would personally not. Okay, Gautam, you'd like to add something to it?
Yeah, so basically, sometimes we get the links for the secondary market, and people are trying to inquire about projects. So I think people try to hide behind WhatsApp. You ever speak to them over the phone. I think a lot of people, it's very hard to get people over the phone. And of course, as you said, understand the pain points, because clients are, some agents are disguised as clients. So sometimes you need to be wary of that as well,
True.
or some people who are just time wasters to understand,
For a,
because
for
some
a, for a,
people get,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but some people like claim that they're planning to do mortgage finance, but then when I ask them that, okay, fine, you have a pre-approval, oh, don't worry, we'll get that. But that's the only challenging part sometimes, to have them do it before they want to proceed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Thank you, Gautam, for sharing this. Gunjan,
Thank
I
you.
hope just bringing it to your awareness, just sharing our experience here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Take care of yourself. Wish you all the very, very best. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll catch up with you next week. People who are attending both the part 1 and part 2 will be a part of a complete, prospect my team has shared. Where you will get a complete blueprint PDF. Will be shared for the realtors who attend both sessions. It will not be posted in WhatsApp groups or in replays. It will be shared separately. It will be part of people who are attending it. So I wish you guys to see you next week on Saturday. Make sure you block your calendar on 27th of June for the part 2. If you're serious about making next 6 months really different. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Have a great week ahead and wish you all the success.
Thank
Great.
you. See you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anand.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Anand.
Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, Kevin. Kelvin. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys.